Happy Taco Tuesday, and on Taco Tuesday, we talk about new movies. I'm a little late to the party on this one, but I'm going to be talking about it today. This little independent movie, Spider-Man No Way Home. So even though I'm a little late to the party, and Spider-Man No Way Home has already made $1 billion at the box office, and I'm still thinking that a lot of people still have not even seen this movie, also because of the pandemic still kind of going on. I'm sure a lot of people still are a little worried about going to the movies, so I'm going to make this a no spoiler review. So I'm only going to be talking about what we know about the movie from the poster, the previous film, and that's about it. I'll only be talking about characters that we've seen in the trailer, and additional characters from the multiverse that we've only seen in the trailer. So I'm only going to be talking about what we've seen in those areas, and just my overall opinion on the movie. So this film picks up exactly where the previous film left off. Mysterio had informed the entire world who Spider-Man was and his true identity of being Peter Parker. That information went globally, and Spider-Man met his first major crisis, especially his first major crisis, without Tony Stark's help. I thought that was actually a really cool idea in the previous film, how they set it up for the next movie, being this one. And I like the fact that Spider-Man is finally on his own. He doesn't have Tony Stark to help him out. And I was like, finally, he's going to have some real consequences in this movie. And if you watch any of the previous Marvel stuff, they've been preparing for the multiverse for a while, it seems. Because even in the previous Spider-Man movie, Mysterio does mention the multiverse. And this film finally goes into it. This film dives into it head first. And like that trailer, we get some great villains from the previous...
Mentioning before, this is the first film where Spider-Man actually felt kind of alone. I won't go into any spoiler details, but this is the first film where I felt like he was actually cut off from everything, and especially the fact that his technology and his suits, I felt kind of was like a crutch. It was something that I really wasn't into in the previous films. I was like, well, he kind of has it a little too easy, especially with growing up with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, because he just had a suit and his web stuff. So I was like, this guy kind of has it a little too easy. The character of Peter Parker in this film, played by Tom Holland, did a really good job because we got to see him grow finally. And he's kind of evolving from the kid in high school to going into his college years. Now he's dealing with all this madness, and then he's dealing with consequences from the multiverse, also from the spell that he got Doctor Strange to do that he kind of botched himself. This crossover that we got, these weren't like glorified cameos. These were actual real parts. And I was a little skeptical going into the movie just because the original Spider-Man 3 had too many characters. Also, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 had way too many characters as well. And it kind of just felt a little too crowded. Ooh, this could get messy really fast because we have experienced a Spider-Man movie with too many people in it. But surprisingly, this movie was actually very good. I was really shocked because I enjoyed this very much. My two favorite Spider-Man films are actually going to be the original Spider-Man Part 2 with Tobey Maguire, and probably this one. I felt this Spider-Man film was better than the last Avengers movie. I felt this one didn't really cheat too much. I really enjoyed this one. Even though we had a bigger cast, I felt like each cast member got enough of their own screen time. However, I will say there's a couple of characters I was like, well, they could have maybe not been in the movie, but I was like, I mean, it's cool to see them on the screen. So like I said, I was a little nervous about other characters coming from the multiverse, from other Spider-Man films, and I was thinking, you know, I don't want it to be a glorified cameo. However, what I really liked about it is that their character arcs actually got a little bit better. And that's all I'm going to say about this movie, other than it was very good. Also, I liked what they did differently in this film. It felt more of like a Spider-Man film, just because in previous films, like the original Tobey Maguire films especially, they did a lot of POV shots and a lot of swinging stuff that you could actually feel like you're swinging with Spider-Man. I felt like that wasn't the case with the previous two Tom Holland films, and this one kind of brought that back, and I was really into it. And that's all I'm going to talk about, but I will say I do appreciate what Marvel Studios and what Sony did. They left the advertisement to this movie to the bare minimum, and I thought that was very smart because all we got were a few posters, maybe one teaser trailer, and I thought that was perfect because often the case in new movies especially, they show you the whole movie. They'll show you the ending. They'll show you the plot twist. And it kind of ruins the movie experience for you because there's no surprises when you go see the movie. Well, hopefully you like my spoiler-free review. Sorry I got here a little late, but hopefully you check it out. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Hopefully you like the movie. I'm Mike the Movie Misfit, and I'll see you at the movies. And hopefully they stay open.